Let's see what time it is here. We are looking at, I'm so glad that my notifications are still telling me all about Lawrence police scanners. Hey, PJ, good to see you. PJ, BJ. Looks like the monitoring device is still up. I'm going to get halfway decent lighting here. We'll go with that. Turn the sound down on all this. There we go. We're early. So just say hello, everybody. Happy holidays, PJ. Now Gibbe. I don't know what that is. Duder, good to see you. Blair, where's my drink? Ronnie, good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't know if Ronnie still has the full bushy white beard. Ronnie could definitely be the official Santa of the Vegas vlogging community. There you go. It's good to be early. That's not what she said. All right. You know what I keep forgetting? I bet I can't even do it anymore. PJ is... Kino, you're now a mod. It's like Vegas to Cali is already. Ronnie's getting trimmed. Ronnie's getting trim on Saturday. Well, good for Ronnie. Yeah. All the boys of vlogging in the house tonight. Checked out even Ronnie is now in the vlogging community. Checked out his Bellagio walkthrough about a week ago. I think I was subscriber number 22. So there you go. Pennies for Vegas. I'm blocking Mark's sticker. We'll fix it. I don't know. It's probably not a good idea to make Mark a moderator. God knows. He might be on the blue tonight. Let's see if we can properly. Maybe I should just wear the Pennies for Vegas sticker throughout. There you go. Now you can't miss it. Oh yeah, we're 7:59. It's the big holiday year-end live stream, and yes, there will be a prize. It will not be awarded today. There will be a prize coming up. Got a few people in the house. Let's see what we're looking at here. 7 folks. Nobody lurking. Yeah, that's perfect. I should just cover my entire face. That's much better. Now you can just see Mark. Let me see. We do bet. Yeah, we can see it over there. There you go. All right. Blair in the house. Buddy, and Mark just fell to his demise. But okay, that was make sure you subscribe to Pennies for Vegas and all of the Pennies channels that are coming if they haven't already come. Now we're going to talk about the year in vlogging, sort of. I'm pretending. It is 8 o'clock. We're going to give it about 5 to 10 minutes of nonsense, and then we'll move on to the regularly scheduled nonsense. But we will announce our big contest coming up here right at the start of the show. Should be exciting. Anyone headed to Vegas anytime soon? I see our friend Matt Bridger is arrived in Vegas this afternoon. So much happy and prosperous bonus rounds available. 53,000, yeah. Yeah, things have really slowed on the Facebook group of lately, but 53,000. All the moderators are very grateful that that things have slowed. You only have to kick out 1 or 2 people a day, which is good because Andy's been on vacation. So, all right, well, it is 8:01, so for those of you who may be joining us who have no idea what's going on, and that includes your host here this evening, welcome to the year-end. I think I called this the year-end live stream. Let me see. Yeah, year-end live stream. Even though the year will not end for a couple more weeks. Bonnie headed back to Vegas on the 23rd. Okay, good, good. A lot of Brits in town or on their way to town. I know our good friend Kathy Grant will be headed that way very shortly. I think Ben Heath may be there or on his way. I know hello Diana, thanks for dropping in. I know for those of you on in the Eastern time zone, it's a little late today on a school night, but we won't go too long because we don't have that great amount to say. I noticed, and I don't know if we're expecting any actual videos, but for those of you who've been longtime Vegas vlog viewers, VVVs, one of the earliest vlogs that I watched, which we haven't seen now for several years, obviously, was Team Claire vlogs. And she's back in town along with Cabana Johnny and Matthew, and I think. So something to look forward to there. Hello, Denise. Welcome to the year-end live stream. Neil, all the way from the other side of the world. He's always a little down under. All right, Kim is a legend. I have learned all about shopping and hauls and how to use food credits at the Mirage. It's Adam, just back from Vegas. Thank you. I followed Adam's trips a little bit on Facebook over the past few days, and Adam does up Vegas right. He had himself rented a hot little sports car. He was driving around the city, I'm sure, impressing the ladies at every turn. Remember if I said hello to Duder, but welcome. One and only. And I think someone said Seeking Vegas Sunrise had reared their heads. It has been a weird day here in Kansas as we went from about 60, 65, even 70 degrees this morning, and then a gust of wind of about 70, 80 miles an hour went through the area about 2 hours ago. And so it's probably like 40 degrees outside, but very much. Hey, the one and only Mercy joining us tonight. Thanks for dropping in. You don't know who Mercy is. She appears in everyone else's vlogs. And speaking of everyone else's vlogs, the one and only Vegas Best Ideas, I believe they're joining us from Las Vegas tonight. So perhaps if you're headed to Vegas sometime in the next month, you're liable to bump into them because they're everywhere. There we go. The Kino's back in the house, I believe, and Steph, thank you for joining us. And so yeah. Now, enjoying a quiet evening here. Have the day off tomorrow. This is a fun time for those of us in the retail business, of which, well, it's a fun time for everybody. It'll be very busy. Thanks to Kino and the lovely Mrs. Kino to be. I think I did the math on the number of days. Let's see. I think tomorrow is it today? Tomorrow will be 91 days, 13 weeks until I arrive back in Vegas on St. Patrick's Day. So that means it's 93 days until Mr. Keno gets a Mrs. Keno. We look forward to that. Destiny in the house, joining us all the way from the Pacific Northwest. We appreciate you dropping in. All right. Now, I'll repeat this later in the show, but I'm going to go ahead and announce the contest. Hey, Walt, thanks for joining us. I'll mention Walt at some point, the frontiersman, later in the show. We must have a decent crowd. Let's see what the numbers say we got in here. 17, not bad. And everybody's talking. So talk amongst yourselves. In any case, okay, here's the contest. This is Vegas tips and tricks, although sometimes there aren't as many tips or as many tricks as you might like. But this year, we want to hear your best Vegas tip or trick. And because we want to hear it so much, we're going to have a little contest. I don't need, if you would like, send me a clip of no more than 60 seconds, although I might cheat if it's barely over that amount. Hey, Tina. Telling me your favorite Vegas tip or trick. It can be a very simple thing. It can be a restaurant, a menu item at a favorite restaurant. It can be a drink special. It can be a machine that you always win on, but I don't think I'd tell everyone about that. But yeah, so if you send me a 60-second or less video talking about your favorite Vegas tip or trick, on my year end, which will be that I'll record on New Year's Eve show, we will play back all of your submissions as long as they are not stupid. If they're stupid, I'll tell you. And I will also be spinning a wheel to choose a winner amongst those contest entries who will win a fabulous $25 Amazon gift card. Who couldn't use $25 after the holidays? So there you go. We appreciate that. And we appreciate Adam, who apparently still has a few dollars on hand after his trip to Vegas. Thank you so much for the super chat. It is very much appreciated. So super, thank you. Windy City Frenzy in the house. Welcome, guys. Briefly discuss the channels. If you're wondering how to submit the clip, there's a lot of ways to do it. I mean, if under 60 seconds, you can pretty much transfer it on Facebook Messenger. You could transfer it on Twitter if we are mutually connected on there. Hey, Lee. Haven't heard much from Lee 777 lately. Lee is all over the place, from Africa to somewhere in Las Vegas. But yeah. So thank you for joining us. So yeah, anybody wants to join in, I need to get that stuff by probably the 28th or so, probably within 2 weeks. I need your entry if you'd like to participate. And of course, your channel will be shouted out in the show as well. You're trying to build your channel. Ronnie, staff, Seeking Vegas Sunrise, some of you all that have joined the vlogging experience over the past year or so. If you want to join in, we will shout you out. Good to have Tina in the house. Good to have Lee in the house. Have a lot of folks. And I miss Tom and Mindy. There you go. Very good friend of mine was just passing through Oklahoma the other day. Thought of Tom and Mindy. So hope things are going well for them. In fact, I hope things are going well for everybody. That you are surviving the holidays as well as can be expected in any case. And staff in the house. So there you go. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions about the contest, let me know. But I think it'd be kind of fun with the year-end episode to feature some of your thoughts. And Pennies thinks he's going to win, but of course it's all up to the spin of the wheel. Unless there's only one entry, then you'll let Pennies win. Hashtag don't let Pennies win. So there you go. Very windy, but all yes, indeed. Tom and Mindy are also windy. I think I mentioned right before you came in the room, Tom and Mindy, that had like 70, 80 miles an hour winds through here the couple of hours ago. I was talking to my mother, and that was about 5 hours ago. They had like scooted everybody into a shelter where she is because of concern about a storm. But all is, I think, is well. So big changes in the weather. And this year, clever bridge, whatever you want to call that, has been an interesting year in the world of vlogging. And so I want to talk about some of my favorite vlogging moments and some of the vlogging trends that we've seen this year. Before I do, I want to annoy the crap out of everybody, because I'm hoping, at least, that when you hear what I'm going to share here in the next few minutes, that you will that it will haunt you into your days to come. But a quick story, and one that certainly refers back to one of our original Vegas vloggers as well, that I've already mentioned, the one and only Mr. Matt Bridger. And if you're a regular viewer of the Wednesday show, which I'm sorry, you'll note that last week we talked about how I composed the little outro piece for Matt's channel. And he eventually caught wind of the fact that I had said that and sent a very nice note. So I got to be thinking about, and he said something about Elton John, and I started thinking to myself, I need a Bernie Taupin, an obscure music reference, to write some lyrics to the Matt Bridger song. And then I realized, you know what? I don't need Bernie Taupin to write the lyrics to the Matt Bridger song. I can think of them all by myself. That's right. I'm not going to play the song, which means this is going to be horribly out of key. And even if I was playing the song, it might still be horribly out of key. But the Matt Bridger outro song now has words. So you remember the song goes something dun, 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 something like that. So you'll have to imagine that's going on in the background as I attempt to sing. Pennies, you might want to close your ears. Bridge is going to Vegas. Wants a fucking hand pay. Bridge is going to Vegas. Watch for it, the vlog's on the way. There you go. Bridge is going to Vegas. Wants a fucking hand pay. It'll stick in your head. It's stuck in my head all day. So there you go. That's the actual lyrics officially to the Matt Bridger song. All right. I see that you all are having a good time getting to know one another here in the chat, and it's always good to have you with us. Got the whole team. Curious. That's right. Pennies is the only one actually listening and correctly replying, "Oh dear God." What happened to Penny's sticker? There's the Penny's sticker again. There you go. There you go, Mark. There you go. All right, so there you go. VBI, D&G. Well, I'm not probably Tamara, but who knows? Yeah, because otherwise it would be Russell or whatever his name is. Triple Ripple. How long are you in? How long are you in for, Tamara? Or dogs just showed up my door. Yes. And now you have to wonder who let the dogs out. Ooh, ooh. Candy is listening but eating. I'm sorry that had to happen to you. We will let Sahara sing it. Adam taking back his super chat. There you go. Da, 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 da. There you go. Yeah. So there you go. Well, if we'll have to let I might have to send Matt a little tiny clip of that just so he can cringe. So there you go. But, yeah, I don't know if we'll have a vlog already tomorrow from the Vlog Father or not. Red Rock tonight. That's a beautiful property. If I had a car, I would stay there. But, yeah, at least you're not watching me eat. There's no food tonight. I do have, before we continue on with the show, I have a frozen food tip today. I'm not making you watch it, but it's out there. And somebody bought like 6 of them today. So the word is getting out that this is a quality piece of frozen food. You know how much I love frozen food. Banquet. The nice people that have been making the chicken pot pies and such and many other frozen meals for many, many years have a breakfast pot pie. And it's like sausage and sausage gravy underneath a delicious crust. They're like $1. These things are amazing. You got to get your hands on the Banquet, like deep dish sausage and gravy frozen meal. Like a couple minutes in the microwave, it's delicious. And it's super cheap. And it gets the Vegas tips and tricks thumbs up. There you go. Don't buy that Banquet pizza that's like a sandwich, though. It's inedible. There you go. There you go, Tom and Mindy. There's our food review of sorts. Now, it's been quite an interesting year in Vegas vlogging. More and more people doing it, more and more people connected to our community. It seems like everybody's vlogging now. Of course, makes it difficult for all of us, particularly those of us doing other things, to even keep up with it. But this year, Vegas vlogging became so big that we have like a news channel devoted to it, which is one of my news stories of the year. One of my favorite vlogging moments of the year was the emergence of the Vegas Visual, who's liable to show up here at some point. But love his show every week where he takes us through the world of Vegas vlogging and shares all of the stuff that I will never have a chance to see, and maybe directs me somewhere that I would like to see. But I don't know. I'm sure probably out there in the vlogging communities, whether it be the Disney vlogging communities or any other group, there's probably something like this where people kind of create a digest of what went on in the community. But I'm glad we have that, and I always enjoy that 8-9 minutes. And if nothing else, you should watch the Vegas Visual thing every week because he's incorporating these old Vegas commercials, which are awesome. Lee has a question in the chat. Thank you, Lee, for interrupting my rambling, which is probably good. 1892. That's right, Mark. It was during the campaign of Populist Party presidential candidate James Weaver back in 1892. He passed through Kansas on the steam engine and suggested that I had a particularly interesting take on things, and it would be a great idea if I were to get myself one of those fancy new moving picture cameras and share it with the world. So there you go, all the way back to 1892. That's too bad that was not a trivia question because Mark would have won. I believe the first video to vlog the Civil War. We don't know which Civil War. There have been a lot of them, even in my lifetime. But trust me, I'm getting nowhere near people shooting. Although I guess I stayed at the Strat. But no, I guess the first video dates back to what? Like I'd have to if B Squared was here, he could tell me. I think the first actual video dates back to something like 2010 or 2011, something like that. But the first few years, they were just random things that I posted. I think the Bellagio fountains and a few room reviews. And so like for the first 4 or 5 years, there's really no content, which is pretty much how it is right now. We haven't had a lot of Vegas content lately, and that is another point that, all right, SVS, we'll probably still be here. But yeah, yeah, and I don't think some of that stuff was actually sort of opened up completely to the public for a few more years. And the channel just had my sort of J.R. Swift name for a while. And then after the Facebook group, I changed it to Vegas Tips and Tricks, which is interesting because when I order, I think my Gmail account is connected to like DoorDash or something. And so I've gotten orders that come in, and the little name on the brown paper bag says Vegas, here's your order. So there you go. So the other thing I think we saw this year was a coming together of the community in so many interesting ways, and a broadening of the community. There's always been this kind of tension. On one side of the Vegas vlogging community has been the slot channels, which many of which are enormously popular. There may even be some of them in the channel. Of course, PJ did a lot of his YouTube videos were slot play. And on the other side of it, you have sort of broader travel-related vlogs, and certainly Walt and Tina's channel, as well as Andy and Simone. Andy and Simone on their way back to Maine as we speak right now, so they're not going to be able to join us tonight. It's certainly good to see them enjoying a good week back in Vegas. He's going to need a lot of certified Mark Anderson naps when he gets back home, I'm thinking. Guys, wore him out. The Keno wore him out for sure. But yeah, but I mean, I think we've seen certainly with the big telethon or whatever we decided to call it, where we had plenty of people who fell into one of those two categories, and the Vegas vlog being kind of a intersection of those two. And I know with Vegas Visual that he's also struggled to define what it is to be a Vegas vlogger. And over the last couple of years, most of us have been to Vegas less, and have probably therefore had less content, unless you're Keno or Cinnamon Girl or somebody like that who goes every couple of weeks. They've had plenty of content. Seeking Vegas Sunrise, I think, has gone a dozen times this year. So they're certainly there. Yeah. So it has been interesting to try to define what that is. And you know, some of my favorite vlogs this year. Hello, Pat 75. Welcome to the show. Call it that. But yeah, if you remember back, and I keep referring back to Matt Bridger, not because he was nice enough to say something nice to me this week, or because he was in Vegas, but if you remember back to those early vlogs, you kind of took what you got. When Matt returned to Vegas back in, what was it, August? I can't remember exactly when. I think some of us were kind of shocked by the amount of slot play that we saw. But if you really go back and look at a lot of his vlogs, all the way back to the first vlog at the Rio, there was a lot of slot play from the very beginning. And I think that was probably one of the reasons that I was drawn into the channel. It's interesting, and I don't know if anybody's ever even heard of this guy. You can search him. I think he still has a YouTube channel. But I remember finding this guy by the name of Nathan Radislaw. And way, way back in the day, he had taken several trips to Las Vegas and also to Reno. And he had these Google Glass things on that you could like surreptitiously record people. And so he would walk around the casinos and he would play slots. And I thought, this is so cool. I wish somebody else would do this. And somewhere along the line, I think I got referenced back to Bridger through that. And from Bridger, you know, we had all of these slot channels popping up, Diana and Brian Christopher and Big Jackpot, and some of our friends like PJ and Windy City Frenzy, of course, most recently Lucky Dog Slots, Granny and Dice, people that have become connected to the Vegas community as well. But it was, and on cue, the Slot Gypsies, another good example. And Cinnamon Girl in the house heard me take her name in vain. So thanks for joining in. Cinnamon, my fellow retail inmate, I guess, these days. So, yeah. Trying to keep up with the chats a little bit. Oh, Canada. But yeah, so I mean, back in the day, you just absorbed anything you could get because there just wasn't that much content. It's just the degree to which things have exploded to where you can kind of you kind of get to the point where you create these sort of niches. And we've all, I think, kind of fallen into these little cliques of sorts, of groups of channels that kind of hang out and interact a lot, or probably in chat groups, or just keep in touch very closely. And try to really keep up with each other, but it's hard to keep up with the sort of broader community. And it is interesting. Let Cinnamon Girl escape. Well, that's good. No, I was just saying, outside of people like Cinnamon Girl and Keno Kid and Seeking Vegas Sunrise, not everybody has been able to go to Vegas every 2 weeks the last couple of years. So there you go. But yeah. And I know a lot of us that have just kind of reached out for content. I've been doing this for quite a while, but just doing a show talking about Vegas was at least one way to kind of keep some kind of Vegas content in the mix, even if it wasn't as exciting as another walkthrough at the Link Promenade might be. And speaking of another walkthrough at the Link Promenade, I see we have the Ace of Vegas in the house. I consider Ace of Vegas my Vegas news source. So anytime there's anything interesting that happens in Vegas, I like to send you his way because he'll explain it so much better with charts and graphs. Thanks for joining us tonight, Ace. And of course, Ace comes to the vlogging community kind of from a gaming perspective. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of his early content was really centered around the My Vegas game, and still is. He's still the master of the My Vegas game. Speaking of masters of games, I see we have L&D Adventures in the house, Lisa and Drew. Thanks for joining us. I know they have a trip on the horizon. Unfortunately, not. We're supposed to be in Vegas, I think, probably right now. Drew, I hope Lisa is feeling better. She's not been in the best of health lately, so keep her in your thoughts. Hello, up, and our way. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream tonight. Melba, a whole bunch of, I said it's outside of, I think Keno knows everybody. That's the conclusion I've reached. But every once in a while, somebody will bring up a name and I won't have any idea who it is. And oh yeah, Keno, that's Bob from Houston. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, Drew. Said we definitely think about you. Oh, that sounds a little weird. Say we think about you, but in any case, so yeah, the growth of the community and the sort of integration and miscegenation. I don't know what we're even talking about anymore, but certainly it came to light during when we found out about Andy's struggles, and then also the big Rocktober Granny Fest, where we were able to share a very special moment with the Kenos. Now, just 3 months away from being a official couple. But, yeah. So some thoughts about that. like I said, I think I mentioned this. Some of my favorite my favorite vlogging moments this year from even some of you all were the non-Vegas experiences. And Mark has, despite the fact that I'm wearing Mark on my chest and I'm about to say something nice about him, he's still saying yuck. But yeah, I mean, I remember like this, I think of spring or summer, coming home like every day, and there would be a camping vlog from Mark and Liz. It was like it became like a part of my daily life, and that's gone. Only we could get them to camp all the time, so we could have more Marks. And of course, the ongoing series with PJ driving people around Washington D.C. Uber DC is another one that had nothing to do with Vegas, but was incredibly entertaining and still is. We saw a lot of collaborations this year in the world of vlogging. I mentioned Mercy appearing in everybody's vlog, but everybody appeared in everybody's vlog this year. It was kind of a joke when we were first saying that we were vlogging people vlogging, vloggers. Yeah, it's insane. But now it's just normal. We saw the keynote engagement from at least 12 different angles because of different people vlogging it and recording it. Most of the recent trips have had 3 or 4 different perspectives. And I'll step back. I think they're still in the house, Walt and Tina. I think my favorite take on this, and again, it wasn't a Vegas vlog, was when Walt and Tina met up with Andy and Simone in Gatlinburg. And they both did probably 10 videos. Very well done, as you would expect. Very entertaining and covering the same ground, but from a slightly different angle. Another one of my favorite vlogging moments of the year was following along on that epic adventure. Certainly enjoyed that. Another one of the other epic moments of the year was drinking with Walt and Tina one night. That was definitely a experience that I'm sure that I kind of remember. Yeah, so let's see who we all have in the house here tonight. 32 people, that's pretty good. I see at least 26 thumbs up, so I appreciate that. I don't know if the love of my life is hiding, lurking in the shadows somewhere. We haven't seen anything from Caitlin. If you're out there, wave, Caitlin. I gave her a link to if she could join us today, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. She's shy. But in any case, yeah, I don't know. PJ just keeps wishing us all happy holidays, which we certainly appreciate. Hit that like button. Oh yeah. Curious as we what? I didn't even see anything. Oh, there's Caitlin. She's no longer hiding. Anyway, so yeah, a bunch of people in Vegas now or heading to Vegas. One day when I'm no longer bound to the retail universe, I'll have to check out Vegas at Christmas time. Yeah. Okay, for late arrivals, I want to go ahead and summarize our big contest that's coming up. It's actually open right now. Send me a clip no longer than 60 seconds giving me your favorite Vegas tip or trick. Send that along to me. If I use it in the year-end Vegas tips and tricks show, I call it Vegas Weekly. You will be entered for a chance at a $25 Amazon gift card. So get those Vegas tips and tricks to me by no later than the 29th of December. Caitlin, I think, has only met. Caitlin was in JP's live stream from Vegas way back in September, I remember. And for some reason, that did not frighten her sufficiently. I believe Caitlin is now joining us from Tennessee, having had a epic cross-country journey this week. So we appreciate her dropping in. We appreciate her every day. There you go, my secret signal to Caitlin. And hopefully she'll be joining me in Vegas in March. But there's a lot happening in March, so I'm not certain that's going to happen. But encourage her to join in. I need a date for the wedding. There you go. All right. Wow, I've like run out of material. No wonder I taste things all the time. You know, I decided I didn't like the Takis at all. I don't like the lime thing going on with those. Anybody that was here for last month's live will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't like those. Decided I'm not that keen on the hot snacks anymore. They're just not working for me. I like my spicy food to be in the form of a meal. Yeah. Yeah, a +1. That's right. We will we will start a GoFundMe to bring Caitlin to Vegas. I don't think that's actually the problem. Of course, we know that she'll be there in spirit if she's not in fact in the building. But yeah, there you go. We got a lull. That's good. Caitlin. Oh, she needs a clever a Vegasy kind of name. But we'll work on that. Maybe cousin JP can come up with something. By the way, keep your eye on all the Vegas vlogs because cousin JP makes a brief appearance in a Christmas themed vlog that will be coming up soon. Caitlin's celebrating her 21st birthday. She might as well be. She is significantly younger than I am. But she would be thrilled if you believed that she was celebrating her 21st. There you go, 21. We'll just celebrate that over and over again. Look at that. She's interacting with the team. That's good. Bond with my friends. They will tell you bad things about me. Anyway. So, yeah. So anyway, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get a little more coffee. Right, we're still on the coffee. Absolutely nothing happening here. Oh, look at the crowd. All right. Look at that. A little bit of action here in the all right. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Christmas card from Mark and Liz. I know I'm getting one. So every day I go to the mailbox. I wait patiently for the mailman to come. And so far, still not there. But one day, I believe that the spirit of Christmas will bring the beautiful card that I will receive. Thanks, big thanks to L&D Adventures sent me a Christmas card. So that was very nice. Fixable. Fixable. Double wedding. Don't give her any ideas. She already has ideas. Robert Garcia, welcome to the show. Robert has been a regular dropper inner to the live stream for a long time now. Thank you for continuing that. O'Shea's. That's right. Definitely have to. She's not much of a drinker, but I'm sure we can find her some nice Irish themed drinks. I tried to go with the nickname Radar O'Reilly, but not a MASH person. A little before her time. Discuss the nicknames live. I don't know what that means. Oh, look, Ace of Vegas wants to join in. Let's see if this works.
I've been hiding for a little while, actually.
Hey, look at
Hello
that.
there, Spinners and Sharks.
I thought there would be more notification than that. It was just a little bubble.
You just kind of sneak in. There's a little notification on the side.
You look so tall at this angle, but that's fine.
It helps that, the chair goes up. The chair goes up. It's magnificent. Watch this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm out of frame.
There you go. Even better.
Right.
Yeah, Mark thought that was better. Let's keep going up.
Everything's better.
Yeah, everything's better. But what are we drinking tonight, sir?
Same thing I'm always drinking. Got some Benga. So it's a Mexican beer, but it's also brewed here somehow. So make of that what you will. Yeah.
Well, it's with NAFTA. Yeah, it's NAFTA.
Exactly. That's what
everything is everywhere now. All right.
Always.
Great to have you on the show here today. I was just telling the assembled crowd that anytime they want detailed information about what's going on in Las Vegas, you need to go to the Ace of Vegas channel.
Exactly. I just copied it from Jacob.
Right, the upcoming Hard Rock sale.
That breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart seeing it go. I got to be a little more neutral when I'm reporting on it, but just that's my favorite hotel casino, and it's just not going to exist in 2 years.
Yeah, it definitely. Well, I think they have the rights to the name for 3 years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but we'll see how long. They're gonna push for the brand as quickly as they can.
Well, this is the one that I've been pushing for a while. Is in order to sort of keep the historical context, to call it the Hard Rock Casino at the Mirage.
That would be brilliant, I think.
Because that was the original name of Treasure Island. It was Treasure Island at the Mirage.
Yeah.
And so if you keep like a few sort of signs of the old days around, and you make that the official name, at least pays some homage to history.
Agreed.
Certainly more than Virgin did.
Oh gosh, yeah. We might get a little Resorts World in it. How Resorts World, they put up the Stardust sign in the way back by the Rolls Royce.
Yeah. So it was a good touch. It was a nice
little feature there.
Yeah. It'd be nice to. It's great to visit the Neon Museum and check that experience out. But it'd be nice if more of those old things were incorporated into the new. You could have had Desert Inn signage incorporated into the Wynn,
right,
et cetera. So
kind of makes you wonder why they don't do that. Do you think it's more of a business move? They don't want to, bring it back to the old brand. They want to build a new brand in everybody's mind. Do you think it's a big thing there?
I suspect that probably is part of it. If the original owners thought they wanted the signage, they'd probably think they had to charge for it. I don't know. Who knows? But like you said, with Resorts World, it's pretty subtle. You have to go find it if you really want to see the sign. It's not like it's up front in everybody's face.
PJ's got a funny one. Will the Neon Boneyard take in the volcano? Oh, that was the last straw for me. I'm like, nope. Love Seminole, but I'm not going.
That would be awesome. I think that's probably PJ. You better start a GoFundMe on that one for real. If you actually want to see them take the volcano apart and put it back together again.
I'd be more impressed if they actually built the guitar, like because what is it? It's a 61 Gibson or something like that. I'm not sure what year Gibson it is, but I know it's some cartoony representation of a Gibson electric guitar, right? If they built it around the volcano and kept the volcano at the center in like some sort of atrium or something like that, that I would love.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's good to have another presence on the strip. I mean, I was really pulling for Phil Ruffin, but
and hey, we're out of time, guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'm not allowed to say that how I feel about Phil Ruffin here. I'm gonna sing it.
Yes, it's
yes. I was gonna. If in case you guys don't know, Phil Ruffin is trash. He is. He really is.
Well, and right now he owns 2 perfect properties for.
Oh, you mean money printers there, legal money printers.
Yeah. Treasure Island is feeling pretty, yeah. I mean, Mark hangs out there, so it's kind of, yeah. You play 9 cents a press, a 9 cents a press there. And
I guess
they're
in his
all
defense,
over the drink service. So
yeah, in his defense, he did get me some free beers over there, and I did win money on their ducks in a row. And then I promptly cashed out and ran away with it because I didn't want to give Phil Ruffin money. So it worked out.
There you go. That's the important thing. All right, we have a contribution from Pat75. You should make the guitar Stratocasters when the volcano goes. It looks like the guitar's on fire. Yeah, that's one thing I've been advocating for that as well.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember, but I know I've seen, actually it was probably a horrible Ted Nugent cover where he's like playing the guitar and like flame is shooting out of the neck of the guitar. But somewhere I've seen that done. But yeah, that seems like that's probably a little more work than what's going to happen.
It's a good style, though. I definitely think it's a great style.
PJ actually is advocating for now that PJ's been to the steakhouse, he's a very strong advocate of the destruction of Circus very soon.
he doesn't think the steakhouse is worth saving.
Yeah, I it's going to be a spot. Oh, it's going to be the Las Vegas A's.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you there. I think the Trop is a better spot for it because I think the big difference is I'm not going to remember that the Trop existed.
That's true.
That's just my personal thing. I mean, Circus is awful, but it's a memorable vacation. No matter what you do there, if you love it, you either love it or you hate it, and no matter what, you have a memorable vacation there. What do you remember the last time you even went to the Trop? Just even casually.
I don't.
Single recent college graduate ace went once to go pick up a girl on a date. That was it. That was like 10 years ago.
And what sort of date this was and where he picked her up, we don't know.
we went to Gordon Ramsay, probably, pretty sure, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a few years.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a few weeks, so you're doing good.
There we go.
You're doing good.
Same problem as me.
There you go. No, PJ's really exercised about this. In fact, next time he goes to Vegas, he's taking a sledgehammer. He's just going to start taking down Circus.
He's going to do it himself. So. He'll do the demolition for free.
Yeah. Which, given the fact that Phil Ruffin owns the place and how cheap he is, that may be how they take it down too.
There you go.
Bring in some undocumented workers with sledgehammers.
We'll arrest them afterward, but let him finish the Manor and Motor Lounge.
Manor
Motor Lodge first. Let him knock that down first, then we'll get him.
If you want to meet some nice girls in Vegas, the Manor Lodge is the place for you.
Definitely, they'll
it's
make
right
sure
on
you
the
get
strip,
your...
unlike the budget. What's that place called? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Not interesting.
What are women in the house here? That's probably for the health care. We just upgraded our health insurance. Yep, that's definitely for us. Okay.
Great. Well, good.
Yep.
You can never be too healthy.
Yeah.
No, and now we have the Super Bowl coming to Vegas.
Yeah, I saw the
Maybe
room rates
Vegas.
jumped up a bit. Those are going to be some expensive rooms.
Yeah.
We're going to need everybody to subscribe to Vegas Tips and Tricks right now and get a membership. So, we can afford to fly out there and actually stay there for the Super Bowl. That'd be great.
Yeah, I look forward to the room availability calendar opening up just so I can look at how much they're going to try to get out the gate.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's going to hit hard. I'm almost thinking about booking a room and then just stalking the room rates every single day just to see what happens.
Well, I think this saves Luxor and Excalibur for 2 years.
Oh, easily.
They're not getting rid of that room inventory until after the Super Bowl.
Well, here's a question I have for you. If you were Bill Hornbuckle, would you get rid of Luxor and Excalibur? Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I know they're kind of old properties, but they've got a built-in clientele. It's a budget property. It's a mega resort on a budget. Where else can you get a $7 room? Even factoring in the resort fee, it's $37 a night for what's technically a 3-star property. Because, you've got the pool, you've got the spa, you've got the everything, you've got restaurants, all that good type of stuff there. It's also physically connected to your higher end property of Mandalay Bay, where, you're getting all the concerts, you're doing all the good stuff where you got Kid Rock racing guys in scooters at 7:00 in the morning. I wish I was making that up. I saw that on Facebook this morning. It's physically connected to MGM Grand. You got the fights over there, physically connected to New York, which is right across. You have the whole swath of strip right there. That it's an empire. I mean, no matter how much you don't like, I don't know, let's just go ahead and say Portugal. It's still between Spain and France. You want the whole thing. You just want the whole thing.
Andorra is between Spain and France, but
not the point.
Yeah.
You want it all. You want them all is what I'm getting.
There you go. No, I to me, I mean, that's a lot of room inventory, and regardless of whether you build the A's stadium across the street, you've got a ton of activities in that area. You're walkable to both sports arenas already. So
over 7,000 rooms right there, right for the picking. Yeah, that's guaranteed 90% occupancy, no questions asked. Even if you don't even like MGM. Right. It's 90% occupancy. That's just it just doesn't make sense from a business perspective to knock it down.
And to me, if you had a problem with the pyramid, just take the pyramid down. You've got two perfectly good hotel towers.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, redo the casino like that, or call it an extension to something else. But I mean, why would you put another $9 billion into a discount City Center South when you have money printers right there? It's already paid off. The original one was paid for in cash, petty cash at that. The original properties were paid for with petty cash. Why would you do it?
Yeah. Say what you will about the original circus people, that it's financially brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do wonder how they got away with paying for an entire ass property with petty cash. How do you do it?
Welcome to Las Vegas. There were a lot of casinos paid for with a lot of interesting sources of funding over the years. So.
Indeed, if you know what we mean.
Yeah. Wink, nudge.
Drew's got an interesting point over there. They should build another property across the street from Luxor. I think they're planning on building one next to the Excalibur. They were talking about it.
Yeah. There's something going up in that area. I don't know that it's directly across the street. Because directly across the street is pretty much the festival site where the shooting took place 5 years ago. Wow, that's 4 years ago.
Yeah, just about.
And long ago. But I don't know. I remember hearing something about the potential use of that area as well. But I don't. It's all up in the air.
Yeah, there's always
everything's up in the air financially because we just don't know what the economy is going to look like in 12 months.
Right.
We shall see.
All Bitcoin.
So Ace, in case you're seeing Ace for the first time, which is almost impossible, Ace does a live podcast at least a couple of times a month every Sunday night. So where he shares his many thoughts. Usually includes Seeking Vegas Sunrise, also in the house tonight.
Yeah. We tend to kidnap
And
Roger
others.
from Two Fab Dudes.
That's right. Our thoughts still with the Two Fab Dudes. Been a difficult month for them. So keep them in your thoughts as well.
To our Fab Dudes.
Been a rough year for a lot of folks, and
now there's been a lot of
ups and downs.
Yeah, unfortunately, had a lot of loss in the Vegas family this year, but we've had some victories too, and always down to drink to that.
Indeed. Last time I saw Ace, we pretended to pour one out for Tupac, but we couldn't part with the alcohol, so we just drank it ourselves.
Yeah, it's what he would have wanted.
I think so. Yeah,
I think so too. Who also actually passed away in Las Vegas, right in front of the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
Yeah. Since we're talking about MGM, actually, a question about Resorts World. That's a good one from PJ over there. I think it's just kind of a bollocks location, which is a shame. It's a pretty cool property. Had this half-hour video ranting about how great it is, and then nitpicking about all the things that weren't right about it. But I mean, it's a quality property. It's an easy 4-star property. And it's just not in a good spot. It should be dominating the area, but I don't know. That's just me. What do you think?
Yeah, well, a lot of the kids in the yourself included, I guess, but I think you have a little bit more appreciation of the historical background of things, but remembering back to when properties like Aria, Cosmopolitan opened, they got panned out the gate. People hated it. They said, "Oh, they don't know what they're doing around here. It's horribly managed." It is pretty hard out of the gate to operate any business of that size without some hiccups along the way. So hopefully the key thing is for them to learn from their mistakes, and hopefully we'll see something better on that front. I wasn't overwhelmed with the property, but I intended to spend a lot more time there, and well, how that goes.
Oh no, I know the feeling. I actually talked Wonder Woman into going there. We were supposed to go, I think, to Mandalay or Bellagio that particular trip, but I was like, hey, you want to say somewhere completely brand new that I've never stayed before? And she's like, somewhere you've never stayed before? Is there such a place? Does that exist? And I'm like, it will on the 26th. Let's go. And she's like,
exactly.
Okay. That was also the first time I ever had to pay for a hotel room. It was weird. The first time I ever paid for a hotel room in Vegas, it was almost insulting, really.
Did you feel kind of dirty afterwards?
Just a little bit.
Pay for it like that.
It takes the sport out of it,
Yeah. Well, if you've never paid for a hotel room until Resorts World, then you definitely have managed the My Vegas universe quite well.
It's been a solid 9 years.
Yeah. Not what it used to be, but neither are we.
Indeed. At least we got the shirts out of it. Actually, I don't even know where I got the shirt. I think
look at that. Yeah. Well, I haven't been on there late. I've now gotten to the point, which will pass very quickly, I'm sure, where MGM is actually offering me free rooms. So it's kind of hard to pass on the comped room in order to use up my Vegas points to buy something there. But
you can still use the My Konami free play. If you go into My Konami and get the $25 My Konami Connects, those are still worth it. And you can stack those with
there's a lot of sort of spend 40, save 20 kind of deals at a lot of their hotels, restaurants, sort of fast casual, we'll say.
Diablo.
That pretty much make the price what it should be anyway. So at least those are worth grabbing.
It's something, and then you still get the points back. You charge it back to your room. It's something. It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
you save $20 like that. Mark can make that last about 6 trips.
Exactly. I think Mark fell asleep.
Probably. I think it's like 10 o'clock or something like that where he is. He's been asleep the last 4 hours.
Approaching his, I don't know whether we call it his bedtime or his 8th nap time.
You treat it like a hobbit. They have second breakfast, they have luncheon, they have supper, all that. So, this is beauty sleep.
Yeah. Second breakfast is a great concept that you wake up really early and you have a little something, some coffee or something, and then towards the end of the morning, it's kind of a larger sort of almost brunchy experience.
Yeah.
I don't know that brunchy is a word, but I guess it is now.
I think it should be.
Yeah. All right, I bet he's still in the house, completely ignoring the chat because they just talk amongst themselves and entertain themselves. But that's okay. That's and you were kind of on this earlier. We were talking a little bit about the channels sort of finding content and looking for ways to create content when they're not in Vegas, and that you've been doing the sort of live stream podcast for a number of years. I know I was on it a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, we got to have you back on, by the way, too.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely.
Maybe we could even do this upcoming Sunday. I should be back from Vegas by then, probably.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about availability. We'll talk
definitely a possibility. But clearly, the live stream has absolutely exploded during 2021.
Oh yeah, it's been huge.
All night live streams and
24-hour live streams.
Yeah,
that was nuts.
And that Kino guy, he does like 3 hours every Friday night. It's like, apparently he thinks I don't have anything better.
It's crazy. They do drinks and then they have links. I don't know how they do it. They have both.
And everybody's live streaming all the time. And I think you look at the chat, and it's kind of, people like to be in the live streams mostly because it gives them a chance to talk to each other more than even listening into the content sometimes. Although we have had people attempting with limited success to contribute to the show because I haven't been paying attention. But,
it's a community thing. I think it's really been a great thing. It's helped a lot of channels grow a lot faster than they maybe normally would have if they've only been going out to Vegas maybe once a quarter or twice a year or something like that, and they have one vlog here, one vlog there, then they don't get to do much or don't get to grow much. It just gives the community an opportunity to really get close to. I mean, you jump into this chat, you jump into Hoggin' 2 Cents, you jump into Gambling Granny, you can jump into so many of these chats over here, and then somebody. It's always Intel Wild, it's always Martin D. You always got Kissy Cat somewhere. You got all these great people everywhere. Just to name a few, Pat75, who I think has his own podcast that he's working on too, if I remember correctly. He's in literally all the chats. I don't know how he does it. He's in more Vegas chats than I am.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in one that I haven't seen Ronnie in.
Yeah, Ronnie C's always out there.
Usually he's there early.
Yeah.
Waiting for the doors to open. So
Ronnie C is a super fan. I'll tell you what, he's everybody's member. He's everybody's Patreon, and he's just like, he's super supportive too. He's out because he was even at our party with for Mark. When we went for Mark Timber.
Yeah.
Actually, he's been out for a few parties. Come to think of it, now that I'm looking back.
Yeah, no, he was at the and there's another category of blogger that I guess is kind of it created it that's sort of gotten big enough to kind of almost create its own category, and that is the local Vegas vloggers. Yeah. I saw him he was at like the VCC barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Ronnie's like got it in with everybody, but yeah, I mean, I do wonder sometimes that it's almost too easy to just. And those folks that are like sitting there like, wait a minute, this isn't easy. But to round up a couple of hundred subscribers just by getting into these groups, we all subscribe to each other anymore. It's almost when we get to the point where there's enough of us that everybody will be able to get to 1,000 instantly.
It's pretty insane. I do have, I think even on the Ace of Vegas, I've probably got some 240 subscriptions on there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah,
my phone's always going off. It drives Wonder Woman insane. We'll go to bed. I'll put the phone down. It's just like,
you can turn those off. But
then then she wins.
Yeah, and we can't have that. We absolutely can't.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, too, we are supposed to spend some. We're supposed to watch a television program.
Are you?
The literal television this time, maybe.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Got big beams into that little cable that comes into the house and everything.
Whole 9 yards. Like there's there's electricity and all that. So make of that what you will.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Indeed. But yeah, no, I had to pop in, say thank you for everything that you've done this year. You're doing all these great things. You're always holding us down over here. You got the good information, the old school, the new school, keeping it honest and being like our main news center over here. I know you're saying that I'm doing all right with it. I pop in with news if I feel like it sometimes. My content is so random. You're consistent, and I love that.
Consistently something. All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. I know the assembled masses enjoyed our banter. Usually, I just talk to myself, which is pretty much how it works anyway. So,
well, you got the opportunity for a viewer invasion right now, and I highly recommend them. They're so much fun to do, and I'm glad to be the first viewer to invade tonight. So.
All right. Yeah, I thought I'd drop in the link if anybody wanted to be a part of this festive evening. So happy holidays to you and yours, Ace,
and to you too, my friend, and hopefully, and to Caitlin, happy 21st birthday, dear.
There you go. She loves you. All right. Good night.
All right. Take it easy, brother.
Bye-bye. All right, hey, special guest. There you go. That puts us over the hour mark. So people are dropping their hats. I'm not. We're not giving out the JP hat because he's not in town yet. But I will wear my official Happy Merry Christmas hat, which has Clark Griswold on it. Somebody was saying the other day that why they never made a Vegas Christmas Vacation. That would be the ultimate in vacation movies. But I'm afraid Chevy might be getting a little long in the tooth for that at this point, everybody. But thank you, L&D, for taking your hats off for me. Kia Bell apparently has joined us. Thank you for that joining in. It has been difficult for me to keep track of all of you all in the chat. And but yeah, we do appreciate Ace. And we did see a brief shadow of Wonder Woman, one of those people around the community that I haven't had the opportunity to meet, of which there are many in the house. So hopefully in 2022, I have an opportunity to do that. Connect with some of the folks that I have not had the opportunity to connect with. So, all right. So anyway, anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts on past year in Vegas vlogging in general? Now's the time to share or forever hold your peace. So there you go. Yeah, Bell is the bomb. It's good to know. I've not had the privilege. One of the people I've not had the privilege to meet. So yeah, try to think sometimes, try to come up with a list of the people that I haven't met that I most want to miss. What happened to your sticker, Mark? We lost Mark's sticker again. Oh, here it is. There you go. There's Mark's sticker. Always promoting pennies for Vegas. Mark would say that this is the best part of the live stream because you can't see my face. Oh shoot, I forgot to put on my lady shoes, Mark. Could have shown everybody the lady shoes. There you go. There's the sticker again. I have a lot of stickers, but most of them are still in mint condition. I figured this one I could just beat up at my leisure. I don't know what actually happened since last month, but now the phone works and I don't turn upside down. So presumably the resolution of this video is a little better than the last couple of months. All right. Mr. Callie. That's right. Duder definitely on the list. Number of people from up in Canada. My buddy Crystal, I'm thinking is working tonight. Another victim of the holidays, but Duder definitely. Kevin and Jen. I'm trying to think of some other folks from Canada. yeah, there's a lot of folks up there. A lot of folks across the pond, and a lot of folks just tales from the toilet. Talking 2 Cent brought back Tales from the Toilet. Oh, that was a fun one. That's one of those vlogs that have really, unfortunately, lost a lot of track of. I've not seen a lot of what they did this year. Even though one of the most fun things I ever did as a result of the channel was participating in their sort of strange game show tournament a couple of years ago. Somewhere I have the Plaza employee shirt that I won from besting Matrix 2021. There's another one. Matrix has occasionally dropped into these lives, but it's what, 3 a.m. in London. So yeah, that's a different one. But yeah, definitely look forward to definitely seeing Matrix's take once he makes his way back to Vegas. There are a lot of us who very clearly copy things that we've seen and borrow a lot of things we've seen. But Kevin brings an entirely, I think, unique perspective to the things he does, and it clearly puts a lot of work into it as well. Sometimes it's a 2-minute video, but you can tell he spent a lot of time putting it together, making it work. And so it'll be very interesting to see his take in Vegas. And yeah, so I know. And I look forward to Ben Heath's cocktail of the day, which of course I ripped off with the help of PJ and a cast of guest bartenders to cocktail of the week. And of course, Mark ripped off for Budweiser of the day. But it'll be fun to see that segment back here in the next few weeks as well. Yeah, it was quite a deal. Steph dropping all kinds of links for me here today. So basically, about any time I've brought up a channel, they have, you can definitely link to it. And if you're not subscribed, you should be. Obviously, it's been a long time since they've been back to Vegas. That will be coming, we hope, soon. But L&D Adventures also does some of the most unique, fun sort of vlogs, whether it be around Vegas or around the house. We look forward to their trip. We also look forward to the next Cooking with Drew, which we hopefully can have another challenge with Andy and some of the other chefs. All right, I don't know what this more is. Anybody else is trying to get in here? Private chat, I don't know. Someone's trying to privately chat me. There we go, we're back. If we were not, smash it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Duder. Yeah, Duder is definitely one of the people that I'm looking forward to meeting as well. But certainly all of you in the house. In fact, I'm looking at three people: L&D, Mercy, and Duder. 3 people I look forward to seeing. There you go. And now, and on cue, Steph has dropped in a link to Lisa and Drew. And of course, if you're not following Steph, you should be. Steph provides a lot of entertainment every week, does a lot of lives, takes you around, truly vlogging her life. So not just in Vegas, but around where she lives in Southern California. I guess it's Southern California, pretty much. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff, particularly if you're an insomniac, or if you just enjoy chatting with other like-minded viewers. Yeah. Of course, there's PJ, who, my sidekick for so many weeks and years, I guess, probably, to on Vegas Weekly and beyond. You're not subscribed, let's see if we can we cue Steph to drop in a link to PJ Slots and Entertainment. I think PJ's headed back to Vegas in April, if I remember correctly. exactly. Yeah, definitely had the opportunity, well, back almost a year now, I guess, in February to go out to lunch with Steph and Daisy at some barbecue. Yeah, really, really cool people. Uh, Absolutely there. DJ headed out to Vegas on my mother's birthday. It's very nice. There you go. Probably like to join you. You know, it's interesting. It's not that interesting. And we'll wrap this thing up here in the next 15, 20 minutes, or 10, 15 minutes or so. But for years and years after my folks retired, it's been 25 years ago, my mother in particular, dad kind of tolerated it. He liked to get out and drive around and go places, but mom really loved to hit the slots and hit the casino, at least until she lost the first $50 or so. Then she wasn't so keen on it anymore. But, you know, that always meant going out of state because they live up in Nebraska. So they either went to Council Bluffs, Iowa, or some reservation up in South Dakota, or eventually coming down to visit me in Kansas, where we have a number of native casinos as well. But they finally, I don't know, I think probably would have been 2020. Yeah, November 2020, they finally decided to legalize casino gaming in Nebraska. And it only will be at like racetracks. Of course, interestingly enough, now people are announcing plans to build racetracks. So horse racing. And there's a horse racing track in Grand Island. I remember actually watching races from Fauner Park in Las Vegas one time. And believe it or not, at Treasure Island. Ace thankfully has left us, but so they're building a casino in Mom's hometown. So hopefully that'll come online here in the next year or so, and we can take her to play a little bit of a few slots, as that'd be kind of fun. She's not really too keen on long distance traveling anymore, but it'd be great if she'd have an opportunity to check that out. There you go. All right. And now PJ is helping Steph. So anybody else have any links to their channels or anyone else's channels that they'd like to share? That's awesome. Looks like we have still have about 24 of y'all in the chat, but we are going to go ahead and wrap this thing up for the month. I actually remembered to monetize today, or actually last night I remembered to monetize this. Otherwise, I always forget. So anyway, we'll see what that amounts to. But I do appreciate those of you dropping in. It is like entertaining a group of friends, and hopefully it's somewhat entertaining. And because some of you have not yet gotten it drilled into your head, it's time, one more time, for the Matt Bridger song. Yep. Tune out. You don't want to hear it. Hit that mute button. Bridger's going to Vegas, looking for, well, dang it. Bridger's going to Vegas, wants a fucking hand pay. Bridger's going to Vegas, watch for him, the vlog's on the way. There you go. That's Matt Bridger's song. You're going to be singing it tomorrow. And when you do, you can blame me. Thanks again for all of you joining us tonight. I'll just acknowledge the people I see in the chat again. Steph, thank you. And for your moderating skills, Pat, Tom and Mindy, Blair G, my official drink buying friend. Good night, and thanks for joining us, Kia. Thanks to everybody that dropped in today. And as I wished Ace, as he departed, happy holidays to all of you and your loved ones, your family. Hope that it is a special, blessed time for you and that you're able to enjoy it. And of course, a very happy new year to all of you. And we will see you right back here on Vegas Weekly on Saturday, but we'll do this again next month as well. So I'm going to wrap it up for now, but appreciate you all dropping by, and we'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye. Good night, team.